Hey, FlimsyLunchTray here, and welcome to World of Warships. Today, I want to give my first impressions of Hayate. So we're gonna drop in a randoms battle, and before I do that, I just want to briefly show you how I've equipped the ship. Thus far, I only have a 16-point commander that I trained up slightly more to run on Hayate. But we'll talk about the commander in just a moment. But here you can see what I'm running. Hayate to me is kind of the in-between of Harugumo and Shimakaze, so I'm kind of running her more as a hybrid Japanese tier 10 destroyer. So maybe a little bit of best of both worlds. You also have access to a torpedo reload booster. Who knows, maybe I play a second battle and we see what that's like. In terms of combat signals, we need to run several things here. I don't even know what her AA rating. 57, and I'm pretty sure gearing is better. Barely. Sure, let's increase the chances of causing flooding, and we'll take the November Foxtrot so we have our consumables. Back off reload a bit quicker. Economic bonuses probably just leave as is. What I'm thinking about going for is I have the concealed build, so 6.1 concealment, but going for something like this. That's what I'm thinking, because we get up to 70 knot torpedoes and then 137 second reload time versus I think it's like 153 second reload time. Yeah, so that's a really long, that's over 2.5 minute reload time. So thinking something like that. Maybe we'll take a look at Superintendent. Also in terms of the commanders, a little torn as well, because I have my Shimakaze and Akazuki commander. They have an enhanced survivability expert skills, so they get 400 HP increase for each ship tier versus the standard 350. So I definitely leave this guy in Akazuki or Shimakaze, but maybe I end up pulling Akazuki commander off. My Harugumo is set up with the IFHE, which you don't get the same pin values because they're different guns. So here they're 127mm guns, where that line gets the 100mm guns. And then when you look at the pin, even if we took the IFHE 37mm pin, come back to our commander here, we start off, I think it's a 21 is where we're at right now. 21, and if I were to run IFHE, if I get to the commander, it bumps us up to 26, and then there's a lot of 27mm in the game, so IFHE doesn't really make sense to me in this case. That's why I'm not running it. So, but I'm curious about armor. It's pretty standard, 19mm, then 13mm on top. With total, our survivability is 24,300, which is pretty decent comparison to Harugumo's example. We're 29,100. I would compare to Shimakaze, but we don't have Shimakaze currently available to us because I have reset it, and you have more health than the gearing as an example as well. So enough jibber jabbering. Let's go ahead and drop in and play some Hayate in random battle. Alright, so we'll talk more about the ship as we get underway here. So all tier 10s, we have 2 submarines, we have 4 radars, Nevsky 12, Worcester 9, San Martin 10, Brisbane 10, 2 brawling battleships, Vermont and FDR. So yeah, I don't know how I feel about this. So if you're wondering a little bit about Hayate, she's going to be moving from the free XP availability of purchasing to the armory for coal. If it's a tier 10 ship, they're quite expensive for coal, just as they are pretty expensive for free XP. Free XP cost is 2 million free XP. The tier 9 free XPs like Aegir, Azuma, Groningen are all 1 million. So the additional tier difference, they decided to make it another million, so 2 million. So I went ahead and picked it up for free XP, and I don't know how I felt about that, because I could have just waited, picked it up for coal, used my free XP to use the research bureau, and regrind some lines for more additional research bureau points. So yeah, I'm not entirely certain. So if you have excess resources of coal, I say wait until update 12.4, so roughly 4 weeks from now. is when the next update will drop, and they'll move Hayate as being available for coal rather than free XP. Now we're going to shut our AA off. So the first few things I like to do when I'm testing out a new ship, 5.8 kilometer by air AA guns, detectability range by air 3.1, same as depths. I don't actually know if our Bilal is possibly AFK, so that's not really so good for us. But we have our Richtofen, who's spotting out here. I'm not really interested to, I mean, this would be really good buffs, but I just, yeah. So there's 4 radars. That's one of the big things I'm really concerned about. So having the San Martin here, he's got full radar coverage. It doesn't make me feel very comfortable or safe. So our gun range is 11.6 kilometers. That's better than Gearing's, as an example. We'll have to see what the shell travel time is once we start opening up. So I didn't really feel like I needed to build into range. This is kind of a hybrid destroyer, is kind of the flavor I'm going for. But our Richtofen is doing a fantastic job spotting for us. So the Holland's not here. Now the question is, where is the submarine possibly at? So I think what we're going to do here is we're going to move up, and probably maybe we get up to even the island in D2, and we can just start opening up on this Vermont. We'll have to see, because he's moving away from us, which is making our circumstance here very difficult. Okay, so gun traverse time is kind of slow, so that's not so great. I'll go ahead and drift a little bit more towards the mid. Maybe. No, let's keep the guns on the right, so I can be nose into Vermont or Brisbane if they open up. Okay, there's the Holland. Vermont, I feel like it's probably just going to chill back there. So let's just go ahead and dump torps that way. They are keeping the Holland away currently from the buffs. This one will be up in a minute. So this Vermont is coming into us. Napoli, is he... Let's just wait here for a moment. I'm kind of curious to see what's going to happen here. This might be a good place to set up. Okay, he is going to turn out like I thought he might. Let's go ahead and smoke up and see what these guns are capable of. So unlike Harugumo, you have only 3 turrets. So meaning we have 6 guns in total. And apparently we completely whiffed all of our torps. Okay, there's the Brisbane. So we're going to move forward. I got an enemy Bilal back here too. We did get the buff just in time. Okay, we're gonna go look at the Bilal here. I think our subs got the Vermont? No. Nope, there he is. Wow. Okay, let's go for the Vermont. He's almost dead. Schlieffen's gonna go down though. Okay, so Schlieffen did get the Vermont, which is good. So that Bilal basically stayed underwater the entire time and then just decided to surface back here in our spawn. So that's interesting. But the Brisbane's radar is down, so we're going to go for the heal. I even switch to AP here, depending how things go. Man, if we get control of this area, this is a lot of heals. They killed the Holland? Yeah. Wow, we're going to get some definite heal buffs here, I think. Yeah. I can't believe the Vermont ended up dodging all of our torps. That's kind of frustrating. But we have control of all the heals, and it looks like our team's doing pretty decent. But I don't feel like I've got fully seen the ship in action yet, so hopefully this match isn't a blowout. It's kind of like the thing, like you just, okay, it looks like it's going to be pretty even now since we just lost 2 ships. It's like, oh, 3 ships. Okay, I need to stop talking. Says the gearing. Okay, so let's get some heals for our team. Okay, let's see, Bilal. You can get that one, I'll grab the other one. We're really close to this reload buff. Let's go ahead and pick up the reload buff. Okay, team. I talked way too soon, hoping it wouldn't be a blowout, and then it all just dying. So, that's great. I wonder if Bilal would, like, hop up north and grab the other buff, because I don't need to be so far away. Because I don't want to just spend my time going and get the buffs. If the Bilal can get it, then great. So reload speed is going to drop down to 2.6. So it's the gearing in U2501. You got to turn the AA back off. They're all just kind of like our flank was the one that won out. So that's a bit frustrating. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to swing the guns this way. I'm assuming these guys are going to be coming through here. I wonder if I can get him back over here. Although, really concerned about our Napoli kind of... I mean, it's a decent ship, but... I don't know if Shifa's going to come down through here or if he'll come back here. I would like to torp him if possible. Since these torpedoes do hit pretty hard, 28,520, so it's something we haven't really talked about, nor have we been able to see fully in action. So it looks like Schlieffen's going to go that way. So let's just go ahead and dump all of them. Yeah, the Napoli pushing into 3v1 is not so hot. So the key area means we just need to focus on the key area. But, yeah. Yep. Kind of like that. Oh shoot, we're going to get spotted by the planes. Okay, torpedoes were bad. And I'm probably dead. So we get some fires. Okay, he's got fire prevention. Okay, Richtofen just deleted him. GK's a bit far away. Okay, I think we really just need to try to get on the cap now. And with San Martin and Worcester, 2 radar cruisers to my back, I don't want to just sit here in the smoke hoping for the chance to start shooting the GK, because honestly it's probably going to be too late by then. Okay, so someone else is on the cap. Whoop. We're going to get the extra damage. We have a lot more buffs, but they have a lot more team. Okay, torpedoes are not too far away from coming back. I feel that, of course, once I do that, they're going to have a really good idea of where I am. Okay, GK, I'm about to get spotted by planes, probably. Okay. Why can't I fire my torpedoes? Okay. Try that again. I don't know I can fire my torpedoes. I kept clicking, but nothing was happening. Literally don't know what was happening. So, Why are my torpedoes not firing? There we go. Sheesh. Let's see. How do we want to play this? Okay, let's just see about going dark for now. So I was betting he was turning in, which is why I did that, so. Looks like maybe 2. Oh, there's torpedoes back here. Does that mean the sub's back here behind us? The gearing is. Oh, this sucks. Ah! These guns just keep getting knocked out. Yes, of course, sub. Well, I'd say the reload time definitely helped us with the gearing. Okay, I probably need to get out of smoke now because of U2501 being around. And Richtofen's gonna go next. I can't believe how many ships we had die like in that quick succession. Great. I mean, if I was Wooster, I would push back in. Let's go ahead and dump 1 rack. It's probably dead. Don't really feel like we have a choice. Another thing that's really interesting is that you have 2 of the 3 rear turrets on the rear of the ship. So it's kind of like reminiscent of Shimakaze. Yeah, I don't really feel... Don't actually know if I can go dark. Because they predicted, well, he avoided my torps completely. The heal is still helping us immensely. Oh shoot. Nope, 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 nope. And because it's arms race, once you get the cap, they cap insanely fast, so just turned the AA off. Almost forgot. I felt like we had a lot of torpedo capability. Also, the GK actually have completely avoided our torps. I wasn't expecting him to completely avoid them all. I think a torpedo reload booster would have been cool there. But we gonna die. His spotting at FDR will kill us. Okay, Booster's dead. Yep. With San Martin with the AP, that's why I was trying to angle away, but 1.6 million potential damage, which we shouldn't have had that much potential damage just because of the heal. So I don't know. I don't feel like this is a 2 million free XP ship. Okay, he took 1. So we got 1 torp. One Torp, 80,000. We'll play another one. I think I might like to try the torpedo reload booster. They're about to win, about 8,000 points. I'm actually surprised that Rick Toffin lived this long, although it should be just about game. Yeah. I don't know what happened. That our team just started dying like immediately on that flank. I was like, I hope this isn't a throw. Or just a blowout, and then they just... I spoke. That was my problem. I should have been quiet. Okay, let's actually try out the torpedo reload booster, because that's kind of a way to maximize our damage. I really feel like we should have been able to get the GK there. So I'm kind of disappointed that we didn't even land one torpedo on him. Oh, one other thing too with camouflage. So you get this to camouflage with, you know, like I have two options. But this 8,000 doubloon camouflage is pretty crazy, but really expensive. So don't really recommend spinning doubloons for the 8,000, or it costs 8,000 doubloons for that camouflage. But if you have deep pockets, then it's a pretty sick camouflage. Okay, let's see if it's a little better this time. Although I didn't really feel like our Yoshino needed to rush right into the cap. I think he's trying to get behind the islands. But he probably could have just chilled out and kite, because Yoshino does a bit better at that. So, alright. So, we are top... Well, next, take that back. There's a super ship on each team. So, there's only one destroyer this time. And Nakimov. Yeah. Neptune maybe has radar. So we'll treat him like he does. 10 kilometer till we know for sure. Buffalo, 10 kilometer. Annapolis, 10 kilometer. So we have 3 radar ships. And let's check out our lineup here. 1, 2 radar, maybe 3 if Minotaur tickets. So RPF'd. Turn our AA off again. So we checked the forward firing angles earlier. Okay, it's decent. I'm just glad that this doesn't have like slow turret traverse like Shimakaze. I'm guessing somewhere probably over here. Close. Okay. Let's see if we can get some more use out of our torpedoes this time around. That would be fantastic. Okay, it's Buffalo, so we do have radar on the flank. I'm going to go slightly wide here. We are RPF located, so that's going to be an issue. But no subs this time, so... Could be one of the cruisers that has RPF, but... You know, if I'm down here as a destroyer, I'm sure the Shimakaze is over here, which he's going to have a conceal advantage on us. Not too worried about the Illinois. The shell travel time is pretty long. So I'm just going to keep fishing forward. I have a Venezia and a Santander behind me. So if I pick up the Shimakaze and an Illinois behind us, like, good things might happen here. So let's keep going a bit deep. And 35 seconds. The Shimakaze didn't even bother come down here. That actually is not too shabby for us either. I'm going to be conscious of Buffalo's 10-kilometer radar, but I think he's turning away. So I'm going to slow down here. I feel Illinois, he'll either come this way or he'll turn out to the right behind the island here. I feel... Okay, Yoshima. I feel like he probably won't stay on that course. Let's find out here. Oops, I'm in Buffalo radar now. So we need to kick it. Yeah, I feel like he's gonna turn away again. Let's go ahead. Torps could be potentially good on Illinois. I wonder if Buffalo radared earlier. Oh, he just got smacked. He killed his... no, we got one. That's a bit frustrating. I mean, if it wasn't a battleship with cruiser reload, I'd probably actually opened up on him. Yeah, screw it. This is boring. We need to get him off the board. I think he's looking at me now. Let's kill throttle. Okay, and then let's use the engine boost and push back in. So, yeah, I was probably being greedy with torps. Maybe I should have dumped them all at Illinois, but I felt pretty confident he was going to eat more than the one. But that was not the case. Okay, let's get back up in there quick. When you're kiting, you don't normally want to be, or like, you know, with the Illinois when I'm firing on them, you don't want to just be pushing into that. Like 2 minutes. Yeah. You don't want to be pushing in because you're just more predictable, but easier to shoot. Where you're kiting, it's easier to avoid salvos, throttle juke, so on and so forth. Let him know. Although I feel like our Santander pushed up a little too far. Okay, Shima's not in the cap. Let's go ahead and alter our course here. Let's throw the guns back around. We'll probably open up on Buffalo if he gets in our range. Because I would like our Santander to live. But that's entirely up to the Santander. It's kind of hard, especially when you have this 10-kilometer radar cruiser who keeps pushing in and pushing out. He's really been unpredictable in that regard. So you think he's kiting and then he turns back in. You think he's kiting, he's turning back in again. And for myself as a destroyer player, I really like to try to focus on my health in the first beginning of the battle. I don't want to just throw it away. So I was a little sensitive towards that, giving my team some time to perhaps deal with the radar cruiser. So Illinois is smart. He killed his throttle before coming around the island. So yeah, I think the island is going to catch that one. He's going to avoid. So that's really good. Okay, Shimakaze's in B, so we know he's at, and he's dumped all of his torps. So let's help out flipping Delta, and then we'll probably move up to B. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, so far this is going very strongly to our side. And again, not much action to kind of showcase, I feel like, Hayate a bit more for you guys and gals, but it is what it is. The Rune's smart, he'll just keep kiting and he'll just keep doing what he's doing right now. Looks like Richtofen's going to go possibly spot the Shimakaze, which would be great. It looks like, yeah, they're dark. Okay, Shimakaze is just abandoning the flank. This is something like, if you're Shimakaze, I would have actually, it'd been better for him to play out here because he's got a lot of targets to target, but we do have a next torpedo reload booster. I'm wondering either Einap is going to stay there or he's going to turn and he's going to start kiting immediately. So having the island between us and the Annapolis is good for us because he won't have shots. Only Rune would, and Rune's pushing back in when he shouldn't have. Alright, so we're gonna just throw one rack because I don't want the Annapolis yellowing me. And let's give it a moment. Dump the other one. I don't want him just throwing away a ship on him. But we are gonna go. Oh, Rune's too far away for us to shoot now. Yep, look at that. Look at that. Oh shoot, let's turn out. He's gonna probably. Nope. Okay, he didn't do it to us. I don't think I'm gonna catch him. No. Oh, we did. Oh, no pins. Yeah, we're not gonna get the kill. Unfortunate. Yeah, okay, so barely got him with that. End game. Wow. That was short. What was even the battle duration time? 8 minutes. Like, I have a game that goes like almost 19, 18 minutes. Wow, look at that. I mean, I recognized the AP clan tag and then Amiya, so. Screw it, we'll play one more. Matchmaking. Balanced as ever. The fact that I actually put both the AP guys who weren't even on the division to begin with at the start of the battle was pretty funny. That team was getting screwed no matter what they thought. Alright, so Holland, Elbing, Hayate, Shimakaze. So we got 4 destroyers. We have 1 radar with the Brisbane, 10 kilometer. And then 2 FDRs. We have 2 radars, Nevsky and Stalingrad. So let's see. Okay, I don't think this map is as big. I don't know. That other one is really massive. Because of you're mostly kind of playing around this area, not so much the different corners. Like, I mean, you can't actually get to A10 on this map. You can get to JA1, but not A10. Alright, so we got our AA off. There's a lot going on here. If Hayate's conceal build will match, Elbing will outspot Holland. I think he has a 6 kilometer conceal. And Shima. So probably what we're going to do, until I know more of the setup of the enemy team, especially where that Brisbane radar is, we're going to take our time. We're going to play patient. Normally patience with the destroyer wins games, especially in the beginning of the battle. So we want to see how the enemy team's setting up. We'd like to know where the radars are. We'd like to know maybe where that pesky FDR is going to start flying his planes to, which we're probably going to be caught directly in that path. So yeah, we're about to get detected. So we'll kill throttle. I'm actually sure if he's going to try to go for a strike there. That's weird. And okay, so Brisbane's turned away because I think the rockets were going for him. Okay, we took a hit. Someone took a shot at us. Wasn't sure. You can't you can't always predict players in World Warships. That's one of the big things. Okay, let's help him out. So Elbing's still far away. Elbing's more like a pocket cruiser. Harugumo is actually set on B. So Holland twerps. Glad I had my hands on the keyboard. I think our Venezia is antagonizing the CV. Our torpedo's about to come up, so I feel pretty good about this. CS Munch decides to turn and go broadside here. Yep. Engine boost away. Wait, both torps didn't fire? Wow. That's frustrating. Being a bit greedy here. I'm going broadside. Okay. Because I should have probably just kept kiting, but... Well, let's see what Simone's going to do, see if we can't get in there. But we got rid of the Holland, which is great for us. I was trying to dump both torpedo racks. I thought I did it before I got to turn. So I don't know what's up. Don't know if there's a bug, if I did something. But it's kind of frustrating. Is the Schlieffen going to do a full U out, or is he actually going to push in? Okay, so there's two guys in there. You can, so... That's what we're going to do. I think Elbing's in there. Unfortunate. Smoke screens are torpedo magnets, kids. We've also been Shima. You don't have smoke to just go ahead and open up. Elbing's kind of dumb and clumsy and hard to dodge torps. Unless he had a disturbance with the force. Wow, talk about not getting lucky with torpedoes. We took a torpedo reload booster and we still missing everything, man. Okay, I think Schlieffen's gonna chill there. I do need to be careful because Venezian Thunder are here if Elbing decides to just launch torps. Venezia definitely clapped that enemy Holland. So I have a feeling Schlieffen's gonna just keep going. No, he's reversing. So I'm wondering if he's trying to go aggro. Okay, let's do this. Let's move up this way. I was just being conscious because I don't want to like put myself in J1, which I'm getting really close, with two Schlieffens. Because it's a Schlieffen, that's why I'm not opening up. Yeah, because of the secondaries. So if I wanted to actually gunboat Schlieffen, I'd want to do it nose on, which I'm not that far from being nose on. But if I push up here, I might catch out the Elbing. We'll see. Then by the time I launch these torpedoes. Now he's got this massive health pool difference in comparison to me. You see how much damage we're doing with this AP? Oh, oh shoot. Oh, that was close. Crap. I think we're dead. Well, we got the Elbing out, and we got the Holland out. Yeah, that's kind of the disadvantage that we couldn't just smoke up. If we had smoke, we could have just done that there. Ugh, such a give and take. Like, the last battle, like, we never, if we had smoke, we never would have used it. Like, there never came a time for us to actually use it. So I'm like, I'm glad I have torpedo reload booster. Here, I didn't torp anything. I'm like, smoke would have saved me there at the end. Because I know, like, see, in this situation, we have one destroyer left. We've killed all their destroyers. But if me and Harugumo both lived, that actually would have been like really good for us. So yeah, this could still go either way. Yeah, so this, I'm going to wrap the video up now. So I feel like this is all I can really do. Oh, Harugumo, what did you do? Did you get that close to Schlieffen? So this is why I didn't open up on Schlieffen. Like, I see this happen all the time. If you're a destroyer player, you have no excuse to get spotted by a battleship. Let me put that again. If you're a destroyer player, you have no excuse to get caught out by a battleship player, like in that situation. Harugumo player knew he was there. All he had to do was keep his distance. What did he do? He tried to get closer to get his torpedoes off, get spotted by Schlieffen and Schlieffen secondaries. I mean, when you're a destroyer player, you are like, I mean, you gotta take the Schlieffen secondary seriously. I mean, look at the firepower he's putting out. So that's why I was really conscious to open up. But when we ran into Elbing, well, we need to deal with Elbing. And switching to the armor piercing was very important in that engagement because you saw we're taking 4K salvos out of him. So, oh man. I don't know, maybe I keep commenting on the battle. Okay, so they got Yamato, that's great. He's bowing. Brisbane's going to focus him. FDR is probably, yeah, what he is. Because the problem here is Conqueror is out by himself, although he just popped his super heal. The CV will focus on a lone battleship. That's what he's doing there. Now this Conqueror is playing smart. He's actually not an only HE firing Conqueror. He's an AP firing Conqueror. He's playing Island Tune himself in the Brisbane, which is excellent. That's really good. So this is probably, you know, in this situation, we have one cap. We have two caps. They have only one cap. He doesn't have to keep pushing in like this. Brisbane. How far was Brisbane? I think Brisbane torps are... Ooh, I actually don't remember. They're at least 10. Because Brisbane could have just thrown a bunch of torps through here. So Conqueror can just chill. He doesn't need to keep pushing. If he's going to keep going out, he honestly needs to go like this and fall back. So... Okay, Brisbane. He could HE Citadel to Brisbane too, but this might do it. Oh, I think Nevsky's going to pick him up. Or no, was it Nevsky? Was that? Yeah, it's Nevsky. Oh, that was ridiculous. Smacked him within an inch of his life and he gets his heal off. That's unfortunate. Okay, it says one torp. Now it goes broadside. He's going to be showing broadside to Schlieffen and Kremlin. That's going to be a big issue. Yep, there's the torps. Didn't need to come out. It was too dangerous, because if Brisbane's playing like that and that close, he's going to use his torpedoes. So he could have just chilled, stayed there. He could have come back out this way and engaged, but he pushed into being focused fire by these guys. So that was bad. So his decisions were 3 here. Come in, he could turn back out, take on Brisbane, but in more of a kiting sense, or come back down here. Going out was a very terrible decision on his part. So they have the Schlieffen in the kill box. The 2 kill boxes on this map is here and here, as you see all what happened to Conqueror. So if they just chill, they can focus down Mr. Schlieffen and FDR. Dude, what happened to all your planes? They can likely focus down Schlieffen. Then they can focus Kremlin next. So if they focus Schlieffen, that's the best call here. They don't need to worry about the FDR, especially if he's this low on planes. Okay, well, Vermont might actually say no to my thoughts on that. That works. Get Schlieffen. Okay, well, if Team Play Smart should win this. So no more Schlieffen, or FDR, and yeah, no more Schlieffen. Now they just need to take their time in shooting the Kremlin. So this Thunderer needs to turn out. Needs to turn out. Yeah, keep turning out. He needs to get in a kiting stance still with Kremlin. Now luckily for him, Kremlin just fired the Vermonts. Otherwise, so yeah, now he's going to take his time. Okay, go turn out Thunder. But you might actually pick him up here. Nope. So yeah. So okay, now he's going to turn out. But that's good seeing these Thunder and Conqueror players not only firing HE, although HE would have done a lot there. So yeah, now Thunder being that much broadside earlier got the attention of Kremlin. So Kremlin fired at Thunder, and he made a pre-decision that he wanted to trade with Vermont. But that's not going to happen with the Ram. He was too low. So that's why you'll see sometimes a ship that's... If you want a good reason to know why they're going to ram, is just like that. They fire at the other enemy ship versus the closest ship to them because it means they intend to take them out with the Ram. But the Thunder is smart, and I think he focused on that superstructure. So now you have two cruisers left in the middle, both still in the kill box. Despite the situation, and it really sucks, these guys should be back here because kill box, FDR, who our FDR still has full planes, is just going to be spotting in wrecking their day. So playing more along these islands would have been better here versus coming out. Very poor decision. He's going to be really low. So now actually our team can push up and be aggro now, especially since there's no enemy CV to punish. Skiing another next super heal off. They got slapped there by someone. It was Venezia. So did he not, sir? Maybe. I think that's a dead Brisbane. Yeah. Venezia picked him up at least. If not him, the FDR would have got him. So that's really good. So our team took their time for the most part, playing it safe besides Conquer. That wasn't so good on him. And I mean, literally, I died in I2. Wasn't like I was trying to be aggro, but I had a feeling Elbing was going to come down to flank and get torps off, and I didn't want to allow that to happen. And we did succeed in not allowing that to happen. But unfortunately, it cost us our life in not having the smoke generator to go dark after that kill. So I think that's probably one of the pros with Hayate. You have a decent health pool size, and not being able to go dark after engagement like that really sucked. Or otherwise, we definitely would have lived in that situation. So yeah, get our reload time down with our commander build, and I think maybe smoke is more what it is, but you just never know. It's just, you don't know what's going to happen in these battles. It's just so back and forth sometimes. So we're about to cap out or win on points here, and then I'll wrap up the video. So I don't know, maybe you found it helpful for me adding these additional like 7-8 minutes onto the video, which is already going to be long. But I was happy with her performance. We dished damage to Holland. He couldn't go dark. Venezia finished him off. And then I don't actually know who killed the... Okay, 5 is not bad. Who killed the Elbing? Nevsky. Okay, so Nevsky really went around the map. So, I mean, that was good. We were responsible for the death of 2 destroyers. So, even though we didn't get the kills, that was still good. I would have played it the same. Maybe, I mean, you just never know. You just never know if it's going to be smoke, if it's going to be torpedo reload booster. So we get that reload time down on our torps. I think maybe I favor the smoke a bit more. So yeah, so I hope you liked today's video. If you did, give a thumbs up. If you didn't, give a thumbs down. Subscribe if you do want to see more. If you're subscribed, thanks so much. I appreciate it, and we'll catch you next time. Take care.